You think you have a ton of time, don't you? Spending your days like they cost pennies, like you've got a limitless bank account of years. Well, I'm 92. I've outlived my friends, my enemies, and even my own soul. I'm standing on the edge of a 100-story drop. And before I spot off, I have something to tell you. The name's Boris Ignatievich. Once I was just Boria. But now, to most people, I'm just Gramps or some old geezer taking up a seat on the bus. I wake up to the sound of silence. My heart skips a beat. Thump, thump, and suddenly, I'm terrified. I walk to the mirror. An old man is staring back at me. His skin is like parchment soaked in bitter tea. And I wonder, Misha, is that really you? Where's the boy who swam across the Volga? Where's the boss whose voice made the entire factory floor tremble? That's it. He's gone, dissolved. All that's left is a piece of shriveled fruit and a pair of pajamas. I outlived them all. Won the grant eyes, loneliness. My Valusia, she's been under a mound for 15 years now. No friends left. I even outgrew my enemies. Was this guy Petrenko, a rare breed of scum. I used to think, if I ever see him again, I'll kill him. But where is he now? The worms finished him off long ago. And here I am sitting here, sipping tea and crunching on bread rings. You know what the most pathetic thing about old age is? It's not that your body is falling apart. No, it's that I've outlived myself. That man who cared people thought, what suit he wore, what car he drove, that man is dead. All of that burned away. There is no shame left. There is no fear. I feel like I'm standing on a balcony, 100 stories up. Below me, nothing but darkness. One stab, and it's over. But before I fall, I want to scream at you, all of you, in your offices and on your internet. You are living a lie. You think you have plenty of time, don't you? Spending your days like they're worth pennies. As if there's an infinite, limitless supply of years sitting in your bank account. You make these hollow wishes. I want an iPhone. I want the Maldives. But let me tell you, at any moment, you're bankrupt. The lights go out without warning. Click, and then there's only darkness. But you won't get it. Youth is deaf. It won't listen until its tail is caught in the door. I had a friend once, Venya Solomon, a natural-born supplier, brilliant, handsome. We'd sit in the garage, and he'd dream out loud. Just 5 more years of this, then I'll build the house. Glass veranda. I'll lie in a hammock reading Chekhov. No more invoices, no more bullshit. He laughed with such confidence, as if he had a signed contract with God himself. And then, April, a community cleanup, mud everywhere. Venya wanted to show off his strength. He picked up a heavy log, took 2 steps and just sat down. His eyes were wide with surprise, like a child's. He clutched his heart, and that was it. 42 years old, heart attack. I went to his garage later to clear out his things. His plan was lying open. Step 1, get roofing felt. Step 2, a buy for the wife if. Step 3, learn Italian. The plans were there, the boots were there, but Venya was crossed out. And the worst part? 3 days later, some other prick was sitting in his chair at the factory, screaming into the same phone. They forgot Venya like he'd been erased with a rubber. So much for being irreplaceable. I look at you today, and I don't see individuals. I see thousands of Venyas, a ghost army of people waiting for their lives to begin. I hear the same mantras whispered in your offices, in your cars, in your beds at night. As soon as I pay off the mortgage, then I'll start living. I hear the same mantras whispered in your offices, in your cars, in your beds at night. I'll take the car, then I'll take that vacation. When the kids grow up, when the promotion comes, when the weekend arrives. But there is a word that is killing you. A word more lethal than any disease, more addictive than any drug. Later. Later is a poison. It's a slow-acting toxin that numbs your soul until you don't even realize you're dying. You think there's a later. You think there's a someday. But let me tell you a secret from the edge of the grave. There is no later. There is only the heartbeat you are feeling right now. And even that is a gift you haven't earned. You treat your existence like that fancy china set in the cabinet. Remember the Madonna sets? My Valutia and I had one. It sat behind the glass for 30 years. Pure porcelain, gold-rimmed, beautiful. It was waiting for a special occasion. A wedding, a grand anniversary, a visit from a king. We never used it. Not once. We drank our tea from chipped mugs with cracks running down the sides. We ate our dinners off mismatched plates, saving the best for a future that never arrived. And then, boom, life is gone. The special occasion was consumed by a funeral. Then do you know what happens to the set? The children will carry it out to the dumpster. It'll be sold for pennies at a yard sale or shattered in the back of a garbage truck. That's your later. A pile of broken porcelain in a landfill. You are living your life as a rough draft, a messy, hurried scribble on a piece of scrap paper. You tell yourself, it's fine, I'll rewrite it later. I'll make it beautiful in the final version. You think you have time to edit the mistakes, to erase the regrets, to finally add the chapters about love and adventure. But here's the cold, hard truth. The notebook ends where it ends. There is no final version. There is no clean copy. The ink runs out right in the middle of a sentence, usually at the most interesting part. The page is torn away before you can even say goodbye. You aren't writing a masterpiece, you're just burning the pages. Stop waiting for the perfect pen. Stop waiting for the perfect light. Live the draft. Drink from the gold-rimmed cup today. Because tomorrow is just a lie we tell ourselves so we can sleep in our chains. Let's talk about your junk, your precious stuff. I look at you and I see a generation of addicts. You're obsessed. iPhones, designer labels, Gucci schmoochie. You're out there signing your lives for loans, drowning in debt just to buy a piece of hardware you don't even need. And why? To impress people you don't even like? to spark envy in strangers who wouldn't stop to help you if you were bleeding out on the sidewalk? You worked like galley slaves, backs bent, eyes bloodshot from the blue light of your monitors. Day in, day out. For what? Don't look at me like that. I was one of you. I had it all. The Stalasit apartment with high ceilings and crown molding. The Yugoslavian wall units. The crystal glasses that sang when you touched them. I had Turkmen carpets, pure wool, deep red, heady enough to break a man's back. My garage was a cathedral of someday. Brand new boat, a V-kit motor, still slick factory oil. I kept telling myself, this summer we're going to the Volga. We'll watch the sun come up over the water. We'll finally breathe. We never went. There was always a meeting, a deadline, a crisis, business, endless, soul-sucking business. Now I live in a corner of my granddaughter's studio apartment. I have a bed, I have a nightstand. That's it. And let me tell you, I wouldn't take those carpets or those motors back if you paid me. They weren't achievements. They were anchors. Heavy, rusted anchors dragged my soul to the bottom of the ocean. You need to understand something before the clock stops. They don't take luggage on the other side. There are no U-Hauls behind hearses. You won't fit a Mercedes in your pocket when they lower the lid. You're killing yourselves to decorate a waiting room. Wake up. You're already standing in the terminal, and your flight is boarding. When I look back, I don't think about the promotions. I think about 1979. They gave me the Honored Worker Award. There was a banquet, speeches, standing ovations. In that hall, I was the king of the mountain. I felt untouchable. I came home late, still high on the applause. The house was silent. And there was Valia, my wife. She was asleep at the kitchen table. She had been waiting for me. On the stove, there was a frying pan wrapped in a towel to keep it warm. A simple dinner, a cutlet and some potatoes, still warm for me. Valia was wearing an old bathrobe, patched at the elbow with blue thread. Her hands were red and raw from laundry. And in that moment, I felt a wave of nausea so strong I wanted to howl at the moon. I realized those people in the banquet hall weren't clapping for me. They were clapping for a function, a title, an empty suit. If I dropped dead that night, they'd have a replacement by Monday morning. Leave me alone, I'm tired. I don't have time. Later. My son begged me to come to his hockey finals. I didn't go, meeting. My daughter was a snowflake in her school play. She stayed up all night with Valia, gluing sequins to a gauze dress. She waited for her daddy to see her shine. I walked in when she was already asleep. That memory, it burns. It sears my soul even now. Career? Career is a deal with the devil. You sell the priceless hours of your life for pocket change, and there is no buyback program. There is no refund on lost time. Listen to me, and listen well. If you drop dead at your desk tomorrow, they will post job opening before your body even gets cold. Don't die for a function. Live for the people who know your name when the lights go out. So, what's left at the bottom of the sieve when the sand has all slipped through? Not the production schedules, not the awards, Valusha at the stove. I'd trade every medal I ever won just to walk up behind her right now, hold her, and say thank you for everything. But it's too late. Valusha at the stove. I'd trade every medal I ever won just to walk up behind her right now, hold her, and say thank you for everything. But it's too late. So here is my covenant. 3 rules. Follow them or you'll die as fools. Kill the thought of what will people say. Nobody cares about you. Everyone is too busy drowning in themselves. Yet you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't love, all because you're afraid of the herd. You're cowards. Hell isn't a pit of fire. Hell is lying there at 90 years old, realizing you could have lived, but you were too damn scared to try. Rule 2, the rule of the last time. Every time you do something, whisper to yourself, maybe this is the last time. Sound grim? No, it's a wake-up call. One day, you'll pick up your child, and it will be the very last time. Tomorrow they'll be too heavy, and then they'll grow up and leave. One day you'll kiss your mother for the last time. One day you'll finish a cup of coffee, and that's it. If you remember this, you'll stop living on autopilot. You'll start devouring life with a spoon. Rule 3, get your head out of the screen. Your legs still walk? Your heart still beats? That right there, that is luxury. I would give everything I own for just one day in a healthy body. But you flush that gift down the toilet, scrolling through someone else's highlight reel while your own life bleeds out in the shadows. Listen, can you hear that? That's not just a clock. That's the sound of your life leaking out, second by second. And once a second is gone, it's gone forever. You can't buy it back with all the Bitcoin in the world. You can't negotiate with the Reaper. I want you to do something for me. Not for the algorithm, not for a like, but for your own soul. Reach into your pocket. Pull out that glowing rectangle you're so obsessed with. Find your mother's name. Call her. Right now. Don't text. Don't send an emoji. Let her hear your breath. Just tell her, Mom, I'm okay. I was just thinking about you. That's it. That's all she needs. To her, you aren't a CEO or a content creator or a failure. You're just her child. And one day, you'll be staring at a phone screen, praying for one more missed call from her that will never come. Don't let that be your later. Forgive the fools. Seriously. Stop carrying that heavy suitcase of grudges. It's making your back crooked and your heart bitter. That guy who cut you off in traffic, that ex who broke your heart, that boss who didn't appreciate you, let it go. We are all on a sinking ship, my friend. Some of us just realize it sooner than others. Why spend your last moments on deck screaming at the person next to you? We're all going into the same dark water. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be light when you finally jump. And while we're talking about someday, remember that porcelain set? That beautiful Madonna china hiding in your cabinet? The one you're saving for a king who will never visit? Go home. Open that glass door. Take out the finest cup you own. The one with the gold rim that you're afraid to chip. Pour yourself a drink. Whether it's expensive wine or cheap tea, drink it from that cup today. Put on your best suit. Wear that silk dress you bought for a gala that got canceled. Wear it to go buy a loaf of bread. Well, that is all. Go now and live for the both of us, greedily swallowing every moment of this incredible life. Breathe so deeply and so boldly that your chest grows tight from the simple human happiness you so often forget in the rush. My time is up, but yours is only beginning. I have the honor